Alright YouTube, what is going on? It is ConflctNerd Callum here today, bringing you a brand new episode of my Airline Tycoon Let's Play. We're going to go ahead and cancel today's briefing, and our sabotage incident worked on Phoenix Airlines, which is good to see. We have some of their shares and we're wanting them to sell some more of these shares actually. So if that 26,000 number changes, then we need to go ahead and basically get notified, or I just need to keep on top of that. So let's go ahead and see how all of our planes are doing. So if you didn't see the last episode, then you really should, because it was a very valuable episode. But basically, we took over another airline, so we inherited a lot of planes, we inherited routes, all that sort of stuff, and I've gone ahead and I'm running now 3 routes: Berlin to London, Berlin to Paris, and London to New York. So all our planes are busy in action. So as we can see here this morning, the Bitterfeld made a lot of money, which is good to see, up to 42,000, really where it should be. 34,000 still pretty good, and so is 24,000 there, so happy with that. The Paris plane's still making a loss, but it's filling up near enough all the time it looks like, so I think it's maybe time to go ahead and raise the ticket prices there. The route capacity is already at 18%, so the demand is very high, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and up this to a standard price for the time being, and then eventually we might go ahead and do it to first class. So with that done there, hopefully as of tomorrow or maybe even later on today, that'll make us a profit. What we need to do is go ahead and put the rest of you guys in here though. So I'm basically just going ahead like I've done with the Bitterfeld, just basically filling out a full grid formation like this with the Bitterfeld 2 and the Berlin to Paris route. It can't exactly start at midnight though, because there'll be a gate clash. Even though we do now have 2 gates, we've got I guess 4 planes pretty much in action non-stop. So Paris to Berlin, Berlin to Paris. I'm just wanting to go ahead and near enough copy the exact same executional plan which I had for my London to Berlin for the Berlin to Paris, because that really worked really well. So we might as well go ahead and do the same for this and see how profitable this can get. So with that grid formation pretty much done now, we can go ahead and jump out of here. So looking at the New York flight is the big one I guess really. So the big question is, how is it doing? So as we can see, 192 passengers over 1, so it's making a good profit there, 34,000, which is a good start anyway. It's maximised out its second class seating, but it's nowhere near its first class seating, which is a bit of a shame. Coming down here to the Potsdam 2, you've also got a lot of second class passengers on you, and you're making a profit as well, which is interesting to see. You've got 163, so I guess at once there was 192 plus 163 second class passengers in there, so the route capacity must be going up already. It's already up to 4%, which is great to see, and I'm sure it will continue to rise. There's not really too much I can do for that for the time being. I just need to wait for that plane to get fixed, the Potsdam 2 properly, get back up to 100%, and I'm also slowly but surely upgrading the planes as well as profit comes in. So with all that done, we can literally just skip forward to tomorrow, because now we've got all these routes, we don't need to run downstairs to air travel for orders. We can go ahead and just get through the days at a much faster rate. So again, we're just going to do similar, check out how everything's doing. We know the Berlin flight is a success, though annoyingly we're losing quite a bit of money, which I really don't like. I don't know why we're losing so much money. So it's on plane maintenance, that's where we are losing most of our money. We're down to 9 million, and I don't want to really go too much lower than that, to be honest. Just because, like, I mean the planes are in pretty good condition, but I want to have a decent amount of money there. Anyway, the amount of passengers on that is absolutely mental. That's making us more money, which is good to see. I just really need to check the route capacity. So that's up to 6%, which is good. How's the Paris one doing? Berlin, Paris. Your route capacity is at 24%. Checking the Bitterfeld 2 here, 105, 152. I think it's already time to go ahead and up your ticket prices, to be honest. So we'll go ahead and raise your ticket prices up to first class, I think, on the Berlin, Paris for the time being, like so. And I think we're just probably going to do the same for the New York one as well, because the New York one, I mean, it's got the demand, it might as well I actually wonder what the current ticket prices are. It might still be at flight costs. Let me go ahead and have a look. So yeah, so we're going to upgrade it to standard price. It's on flight cost, so it's not even the top one we're upgrading it to here. So that is that part done, and that is that part done. So hopefully as of tomorrow, we should start making much more money. So we'll go to sleep, and yeah, we did lose another few million, which is a shame. It's because of maintenance, I know it is, so I'm going to run down and cancel any more maintenance. It looks like the Bitterfeld 2's at 100% and the Potsdam at 94% I can handle. So what we're going to do is we're going to run all the way along here to the maintenance area, I guess you can say, and just cancel any more maintenance, because I don't really want to go below what we've got right now. I always want to have a minimum threshold of about 5 million going forward, just in case anything goes wrong. We get fined for sabotage, we get hacked into, a security breach, anything like that, if you understand what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and speak with this guy and just... I want to, I guess, repair my planes. But then I want you to stop, so let's just go ahead and change that to 94, because that's another 3 million, which I'd rather not lose for the time being. So let's go ahead and exit out of here, and that should be that issue sorted out. So let's very quickly just go ahead and look at the flight board, because I want to see, like, we must fill up the flight board, like literally fill up the flight boards. I've not actually checked it from a morning since we've taken over Honey Airways, so... like, we've got non-stop Berlin, non-stop Paris, and pretty much non-stop New York on 2 different planes. So, as you can see here, yeah, Phoenix Airlines has 1 plane in action today, but it's mainly just us flying to all of our different destinations. Of course, we don't even have the Paris actually coming to this airport, Berlin, Paris, because this is London airport, so it wouldn't even be coming via here, which is interesting. Anyway, I want to go ahead and check air travel and just see if there's anything, I guess, special, which we can go ahead and charter for a one-day one-off, I guess you could say. I don't think there really will be, because there never was previously. Interestingly, actually, there are some not bad flights here. We could take the... we might as well take both of these, London, Detroit, and... because these are guaranteed better profits than what we're getting right now, and we can fit them onto either or one of the transatlantic planes. So let's go ahead and look at orders. Our first order in a while, that's for sure. This needs to go from London to Detroit. So we'll take you out and we'll stick you in there. So it's going to make 500,000, then it's going to lose 8,000, but that's a great profit there. And then we need a New York to London, so we can just take you out there, and that'll be a guaranteed profit of 376,000, which right now we're making 128,000, which is still pretty good, but we might as well go ahead and take the 300,000 if we can. Potsdam 2, how are you doing? You're also making like 100,000, so we're just gonna go ahead and check the mail, then we're gonna skip forward to tomorrow, because I actually want to see how much we make overnight without, I guess, losing any money on maintenance. So we start at low 6 million, and then by the time it gets to the morning, yeah, we made 700,000 overnight, and that is pretty much going to be consistent going forward. So let's cancel the briefing again. We're going to go ahead and do something about advertising and shares today, because that's really what I need to do. So for the time being, I'm not really going to upgrade planes until we get a little bit more capital into the account. So we're going to continue to monitor air travel, I guess you could say, and we're also going to continue to monitor the cargo terminal and last minute, because we can fit everything in, to be honest. So having a look in here, there's nothing really which takes my fancy, to be honest. There's nothing with a high premium. The thing is now, we can pretty much take anything, because we don't have to go ahead and obviously schedule in our chartered routes. We obviously want to, but we don't actually specifically have to, so we've got so much more freedom than we did before. Anyway, we're maybe going to take that, because I think that would... well, I don't really know. It's 1 ton, so we can definitely do it. We can definitely fly the distance. However, flying out to Nairobi and Delhi would make quite a bit of a loss, but at the same time, that reward could be great, so I think I'll take it for the time being. Now, what about any other transport routes? And I don't think there's any really that I fancy. To be honest, that London to Vienna we can do. We can't do it in 1 flight, but we could do it across 2 flights on Friday. And we can fit that onto one of the planes, that's for sure. So we'll go ahead and grab that as well. This is where I would kind of like to have a 5th plane going forwards. and maybe makes me think I shouldn't have sold one of the planes, but at the same time, I think it's good to, because I don't know if we had a 5th plane, what would it be doing? I mean, it wouldn't probably have its own route assigned to it, so I would have to consistently fill it. But let's go ahead and look at our cargo. So, on Friday, one of the planes is going to have to change something to its route. So actually, we'll do this on, it's going to be the Potsdam 2, so we're going to go ahead and take a lot of this out here. So, on Friday, you need to fly from Vienna to London twice, just to get both of that routing done. So that's going to make a fair amount of money. And then on Saturday, it's going to be much longer than I thought. So you're going to lose 60,000 plus 212,000. So you're going to lose about 280,000, but you're going to make 600 odd thousands or 700,000 pretty much. So overall, it's about a 400,000 profit, which is fine to see. Then that just pushes back some of the New York to London and London to New York's. It would probably be better actually to go ahead and remove you out of there, and then we can continue like normal from where? There. Yeah, we can continue from normal like there actually, which is totally fine. So that works out fine. So we're basically just missing, I guess, Friday into Saturday's New York flights, and then Saturday into Sunday's New York flights, but it'll then continue normal. It just takes, I guess, 2 days off to go ahead and do these 2 cargo routes. That will make us some good money going forward, that is for sure. Anyway, so I just need to basically check all of the routes capacities very quickly. So the Berlin to London is fine. The Berlin to Paris, that should be doing well. That's actually probably our best actually. It's at 30%, which is great to see. Then what is next? London to New York, you'll be the interesting one. You're already at 8%, so we're doing really well there. And I think we're pretty much making the most money we can. Again, so your ticket prices are the maximum ticket prices, aren't they? The Berlin to Paris. And then the Berlin to London, you're also at the maximum ticket prices. The London to New York isn't quite there yet, but I think we'll go ahead and push that up right now and just see how you do, which I think you'll do fine with these extended ticket prices. So let's go ahead and very quickly just check how everything is doing in the bank. So it looks like Phoenix Airlines have issued a lot more stocks, which is interesting. So let's go ahead and pretty much buy them, because I want to go ahead and, if we can, might as well take them over as well. Don't think he's issued enough stocks for me to go ahead and buy them out yet, but we can definitely go ahead and do so. So as you can see, my share price has dropped, Sunshine Airlines share price is low, and so is Phoenix. Ours is actually the best. So let's go ahead, and right now we have, what, only 10% of that airline, but we can go ahead and probably get some more now. So because he issued more shares, I guess my share values now got lower, which is a shame. So let's go ahead and consider, that was the wrong airline there, let's go ahead and get some of Phoenix and see how much it would cost me. So if I was to go ahead and take all, what's the maximum I can take? So the maximum I can take is 18% for 700,000. I'm going to do that because that means that we now have back up to 28% share, which is totally fine. Sunshine Airlines hasn't changed at all, so there's no real need to continue staying in the bank for the time being. Again, we'll check the flight boards and just see how everything is doing. Sunshine Airlines finally has 2 flights in action today, which has taken them a while. I can't remember the last time I seen them in action. Anything really valuable in here? Not really. One thing I do want to check is how many routes all the airlines have. So right now we have 6 routes, which I guess it's 3 routes, just the back and forth. Phoenix finally has a route actually, which is interesting, but you can see we're just so many flights above the rest. That's mainly on routes though, it's not on orders, because on orders we're pretty much all about the same. Sabotage incidents. Sunshine has had so many, so they obviously just don't have security, so they're maybe easy to target as well. So there are brochures of Bitterfeld on board Sunshine Airways planes. That is not good. The passengers think they're flying with our competitor airline. So that's a security flaw there, which we need to go ahead and address. So we'll go ahead and add on more security tomorrow. Again, I just want to see overnight how much money we really make. So right now we're at 6.5 million. We then go up to 7 million, so I mean we made 500,000 overnight, which is still pretty good. Cancel the briefing. I know what the sabotage incident is. It is Sunshine Airlines being a pest as usual. So first of all, how's the New York-London doing? Because we raised the ticket prices, the route capacity has gone down actually since I've raised that. However, it's because the Potsdam 2 isn't also flying that route right now, so it's only this plane, our original Potsdam. But as you can see, 187,000, that is a wonderful profit. What we're going to do is very quickly check the mail. Everything is fine there. Then we're going to go ahead and basically add some security. I think that last letter actually was kind of important. It was from Sunshine Airlines, but I'm not really here to make friends. So I want security, and I want to just go ahead and add in security all round. So that's going to cost a lot of money. Tell you what, we're just not going to do... Whoa, it's so much. Alright, we're not going to monitor aircraft on the outside. We'll monitor them on the... Or no, what, we're not even going to do that. So we've upgraded monitoring our routes and monitoring administration. So that's 160,000 a day there. For the time being, that will do. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and just check out, I guess, the images of all my routes, because I need to see if I need to do any more advertising anytime soon, because it's just before the weekend. The advertisers aren't open on Saturday, Sunday, so if we need to do some advertising, the best day is to probably do it today. So Berlin, London, you're at 99%. Berlin, Paris, you're at 52%, so I can go ahead and do some advertising for you. And then London to New York, you definitely need more advertising. You're at 60% already actually, which is pretty good. So we could go ahead and do a little bit more though, but to be honest, that percentage is still quite good. So I think we'll just leave it and we'll call it a day there again. So starting off at 7 million, overnight we made, like 1.3 million, so that is really good to see. So we're now into Saturday, and this is where we're going to go ahead and just skip forward all the days, literally non-stop. So it's just about done that cargo route, which is good. That's even more money coming in. That's why I guess it was a wee bit more money came in overnight than usual. I just need to make sure that I guess all the route capacities are doing well. So that's at 26%. The Paris route is at 34%. And then the New York one is... New York one's probably gone down, or it's maybe staying at 7%. Yeah, it's gone down, but when we get the Potsdam 2 back onto it, it will be fine. Do not worry. Anyway, let's skip forward again. So that is us up basically to just about into the 10 million, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade some aircraft today. As you can see, our passenger numbers are up at 39,000, which is just absolutely insane. What I'm going to do is we're going to start off by upgrading the planes, not on the outside but on the inside. So the Potsdam 2 is going to become a 3-star luxurious plane. That is going to cost quite a bit of money, but that will get done. And then we're going to also go ahead and upgrade the Potsdam, the remainder part here as well. And your meals are already at 3 stars, so that's going to cost us a good 3 million maybe to do all that upgrading, but it's definitely worth it going forward. So with that done, I guess the only route we really need to monitor is the New York to London. Have we got any warnings? Yes, we do have a warning, our first warning of the capacity here from London to New York. So we got 10 days to sort this out, so it will get revoked next Thursday or Friday. So we just need to make sure that gets up to 10%, but that is our only worry for the time being. So we'll jump forward into Monday, and we lost quite a lot of money overnight, but that's totally understandable. How is our plane's condition doing as well? So we can cancel the briefing there, up to 41,000 passengers flown. It's good to see that you guys are back on the move as well, focusing on the route that you should be focusing on. We need to go ahead and very quickly though just add in a London to New York here, and then a New York to London right there, and then another one there, and then another one just in there. So there we go, that's us back to its normal grid format. It's at 94%, so the plane's in a fine condition. You made that much money. You made 300,000 this morning. That is absolutely mental. But we do need to start to see that route capacity, I guess, go up. So we skip forward 2 days now. We're back up pretty much to 10 million already. So we're definitely making a lot of money now, which is great to see. What is the route capacity at though? That is the real question. So it's up to 8%. So I guess if we skip forward, let's skip forward 2 more days and it should probably be at that desired 10%. So that's one day, we're up to 12 million, and then if we do another day, then we should be up to about 13 million. We're making like near enough 2 million every single night now, it's just insane. So there's a possibility at this rate we can go ahead and buy a new plane. But as we can see there, yeah, I mean that's 350,000 there, which is wonderful. What about this year? 400,000 overnight, that's just wonderful. Interestingly actually, I think we can make more money out of this. So, you're at 216/12, and then you were 216/2, so the ratio of 9 to 1 needs to be applied to the original Potsdam. So if we jump into here and then we go along here, you've got way too many first class seats, so that'll get changed and we should make a little bit more money on that front there. That there is just a promotional thing, that there is a Phoenix travel, your vacation doesn't have to start, I don't really care about that. Don't care about that. The capacity issue, so has that been solved? That's the real question. So, this is New York to London, so it is at 9%, so one more day and we should be good, I feel, hopefully. So that's us into 15, Jesus, nearly 16 million. We should probably do some more advertising as our overall image, as our overall airline, and we should also maybe think about going ahead and doing some more sabotage incidents. Is this at 10% though? It's at 10%, so all is good, so we don't need to worry about that anymore going forward. What I think we'll do now is we'll actually go ahead and make the Potsdam 2 do a lot more flying and have it like the original Potsdam, but we'll go ahead and, I guess, get that remainder 6% fixed up. So let's return all the way along here to the far end to our, I guess, fixing, what is this called again? I totally forgot what it's called. The maintenance shed, that's what you call it really. To get all our planes at 100%, because now we can afford it, now we've got a lot of money, now we've raised a lot of capital. Then we'll jump back into the bank, see what we can do there, and then I guess we'll probably just skip forward another few days. We could actually go into the advertisers today as well. So I want you to repair my planes and all planes to 100%, so that's going to cost 3 million probably tomorrow, but that will be worth it for sure. So what we want to do on our way back here is, where do we want to go via? Because we could, let's go plane shopping. I mean, let's just go ahead and look at brand new planes, because I don't want to buy second class planes going forward. I want it to be first class planes, because if you buy second class planes, then you pretty much have to pay the amount which you would be paying for a brand new plane just to fix it up, if you know what I mean. So I like to buy planes, and what I'm thinking of, I don't really know what I'm thinking of, to be honest. I want a plane which can go an even longer distance. I want like ultra, I want like maybe 8,000 in distance going forward. So, because I'm thinking I want to connect probably to Tokyo. That's really where I'm thinking. So, this one here, interestingly actually, this is quite nice. That Airbus, it costs 22 million, so we're not quite there yet. What I'd do is I'd probably buy 2 new planes at once, to be honest. So, that is actually really nice there as well, the McDonnell Douglas. There's so many nice planes here, to be honest, actually. There's so many nice planes. This one here is quite nice as well. That is probably the most tempting one, actually, to go ahead and get. It just can't take a lot of freight, but it can take 198 passengers. And it can definitely go at... It's not the fastest, to be fair, but it's definitely got the range to go to Tokyo, so I want to inquire about that, so we'll keep that one in mind. And that's 9 million, so I'd really need to get about 20 million in capital. We also need to get the staff though, but I need to work out how long in distance it is from London to Tokyo, because that's a route that I would maybe like to go ahead and enter into at some stage. So first of all, does London even fly to Tokyo? It does. So the distance there is 9.6 or 9.7 basically kilometers, so I can't remember if that plane does it. If not, it is very close, but it might not be quite there. Alright, so I'd like to buy a plane again, and then it was the II-62, so that's not got the range, unfortunately. It needs to be 9,700, unfortunately. So what planes can do that? So you can do that, but you cost like 80 million, which I'll never have. You don't go far enough. You don't go far enough. Yeah, this could be a bit of a problem actually. Not a lot of planes go that far. So literally, what planes do go far enough? Literally only one plane goes far enough, I think. And it's this one here, which costs 80 million. And I'm never going to get to that stage, I don't think. Anyway, let's go ahead and exit out of this and let's make our way to the bank for today. Just see if anything has changed, because we've not been to the bank because we've skipped forward so many days. Things might have actually changed quite a bit over time. So to start with here, as we can see, our share price is up at $96 and the other two, the share prices are low. He must have issued some more shares because I still don't have a very good... My, I guess, control has gone down, but it can actually go up in Phoenix Airlines. So, starting off, let's go ahead and buy the maximum we can, which is 11%. So that brings us up now to, we have 29%, yes, 70%, so he's definitely having to start to sell more. And I'm really tempted to go ahead and buy, I might as well just go ahead and buy the rest of Sunshine stock as well, because now we have the money, we might as well. Let's go ahead and see the maximum we can get out of this, which is 29% as well. So that's just got all their stock as well. That did cost us a lot more than I thought, actually. However, we will make that money back like in a heartbeat. There's absolutely no need to worry about that. Anyways, let's go ahead and do some advertising for today. I just want to advertise my overall airline's image, I guess you could say. So my overall airline's image... Let's go ahead and just do everything. I want a gigantic campaign. I want it to jump up quite a bit. And then what about some of my routes? Let's go ahead and do some of my routes. So as we can see, the image of the Berlin-London is 100%, the Berlin-Paris is 52%, and London-New York is 66%. So we'll just go ahead and put something small on the Berlin to Paris, maybe a TV spot or something, just a little thing to carry over for the time being. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump back into the office, and I think what we'll do is we'll call it a day there. We don't need to worry about that, and we don't need to worry about that route capacity thing anymore. So we can just jump forwards, and overnight we made quite a bit of a loss. That is understandable though. That is, the main reason really is because of the aircraft upgrading. That was the real thing, or like, you know, getting fixed and getting back up to 100%. Looks like we're a target of a sabotage, which is not good, but the image is up to 38% and the planes are at 99%, so that maintenance is done, so we don't have to pay for much more maintenance going forward. So that's still at 10%, which is good, so I'm just going to skip forward like 2 or 3 days just to gain some more capital, I guess you could say, because there's not really much need to do anything else for the time being. Right now what I'm probably going to do is like skip a few days, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Interesting actually, I really need to get into the sabotage game a bit more. Just going to skip forward a few days, then I'm going to go about, I guess, my daily chores and my daily stuff that I need to do. Go to the bank, go to the advertisers, all that sort of stuff. So with that done, we're up to 13 million again, which is good to see. 63,000 passengers travelled around. Phoenix Airlines image is at -1%, so there might be some more shares for me to buy there. So one thing I'm starting to think actually, instead of buying a new plane for a new route, we could just buy another plane, I guess, for what I'm thinking is the London-New York, because right now every single plane is full, so every single one is making 400,000 on, I believe, both planes. We probably should go ahead and upgrade it on this, onto this plane actually. So let's go ahead, I'm very quickly just going to go ahead and move stuff around and I guess make the schedule much more busy. That takes so much longer than it really should do, but that is that all. I guess that's as many flights flying as possible on the Potsdam for the London to New York, so hopefully that will continue to make us lots and lots of profit. So in the next episode I'll inquire about buying a new plane to just go ahead and help the London to New York route out. Right now the capacity is at 12%, so it's doing fine, but if we get another plane on that, then we can hopefully go ahead and raise that at a much faster rate. I can start to go ahead and maybe upgrade. I just want to first of all check, is all of our planes on the inside at 3 stars? The Bitterfeld 2 isn't, so we'll very quickly go ahead and just upgrade all of you. And then what about the original Bitterfeld? Should be there already. Yeah, you are. So it's now basically what we're going to do is start upgrading, I guess, the outside of the planes as well going forwards. That's going to cost quite a lot of money, especially for security level 3 stars. That's going to cost 6 million, so it's going to cost quite a lot of money. Same with the cockpit as well, so it's going to cost us a lot of money, but I'm sure over the next few episodes we'll make lots and lots. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this episode of Airline Tycoon up here, so I hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave a like, rating, subscribe if you are new around here. That's all for this episode, so thank you very much for watching. My name is ConflctNerd Callum, and I'm out.